Hi and welcome to this year's first episode of Omega 365 Product Release Notes.
Yes, and in today's episode we're going to have a look at updates within the following areas: general, meetings, documents, checklist, activities, objects and workflows.
Yeah.
So a little thing first, we have made it more clear where you can change what is your context. So this little icon here is now added, so that makes it pretty clear that here is where you can click and you can select which is your current context among all the org units, either from the list or from the org structure. In meetings, we have added the support for copying content to next meeting. If your meeting is part of a series and you already planned the coming meetings, it could be practical then to copy the content. So like in this case, we have this engineering meeting and we want to copy it to the next planned meeting. So here I can choose what I want to include in that meeting.
It makes it very efficient.
Yes. In documents, we have done a change when it comes to who can actually see these comments on the right side. We did not show these comments actually for those that you had distributed or published this document to. That was causing some confusion among our users. They expected that they would appear here. So we decided to change it now so that these comments will appear for everyone that has access to this document. If it has been distributed to you or it's been published, whatever. As long as you have access to the document, you will see these comments that are on the right-hand side here. And also when it comes to approval, if you have an originator who has sent a document for you to approve and they don't have the standard access to the document, they will not see or did not see in here what was going on with the approval. But we've opened up this approval tab section now for the originator as well. They will not see all the details. Like here, when I'm on the receiving side, I have full access to the document register. I can see check is completed, I can see approval ongoing, and I can see the comments that the approver and checkers made. But for the originator of the document who submitted this document, they will only see this check completed and approval is ongoing.
Yeah. So then they get a better status now then.
Yes.
Seeing
So
that
that
it's
was requested. How can this originator of the documents really follow the status of this document? Now they saw it on the status column, but this gives a better insight into what's going on and without going too providing too much information.
Yeah.
Like this, what comments they had, that is not available for them. Okay, moving over to another improvement. When it comes to documents that have been reviewed, we produce a review comment sheet and of course the PDF file with all the markups. The originator of the document can now in this Excel file write a response to the comment that was received. So they write the response here and upload the Excel file, and then Omega will extract this response and it will be available in here under reply comment in this consolidated review comments app that's available from the document register. And the reason why we do that, first of all, now in the Excel sheet is that we don't have control over what the originator of the documents, what kind of system they use. So having it available in Excel sheet makes it possible to use regardless of what system they use. We will, in addition, eventually here also make this possible to do directly in the solution so that the originator of the document can write responses back to the client in here.
Yeah.
But that's not this release, but pretty soon.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, in checklist we have been requested to make it possible to auto number the check items, and that's now available. Tick this one, auto numbering of check items. You can regenerate the numbers based on this update item numbers, and you can move items up and down to rearrange things.
Yep.
And when you create a new check item, it will automatically find the next number. In activities, we have it's now not possible to create punch against activity that has been closed or has been signed.
Yeah.
Objects, we do now support that you can upload files to several objects at the same time. What you do then is to mark these objects that you want to upload one or more files to. That could be very practical, some kind of documentation that is relevant for all these objects, and you can now associate these files to the same object before you have to go in one by one and then upload the files.
Yep.
And finally, a little technical thing, but I think it will be, it's an important good improvement. In workflow processes, it's a lot of configuration possibilities. And a new thing that we've added is that you now can configure which stored procedure, program logic implemented in the database by Omega resources, when you initialize a step, when you come to a step, and when you complete a step. So there can be one procedure when you init that step, and another one when you complete it. So for example, when something has been approved, perhaps something should happen with some of the data, status should be set, etc.
Yeah. And you can do this per the step, so you can.
Yes.
It's really flexible, and looking forward to see how this can be further developed in some of our customers' solutions.
Yes. And this was the most important updates in this week's release.
Thank you, and thank you for watching, and see you next week.